So yeah, I recently interviewed, Anoir Scott from DMV Hoods and News, right? And he talked about how he had a love-hate relationship with Ant Glizzy. And it seemed that you kind of had the same kind of sentiment.
My shit ain't love hate, my shit hate.
So explain like what's the story with
And it
that?
ain't real hate, but it was just in that context. Let me say something, man. I can't fuck with him no more because now he done said that I'm a rat. You can't play with me like that. Dudes used to say in the streets, Eyone, why you playing with Charlotte? At that juncture, I used to say, well, it's the internet, bro. I ain't gonna beat him up. I ain't gonna kill him about that. Not that I'm gonna kill anybody, but I'm just saying this was my answer to this particular guy. He wanted to hear something like that. I said, bro, I'm not gonna kill him about the internet. He said, yeah, but bro, he calling you bitches and shit. I said, bro, in the streets, in prison, all that shit means something because it's in your face. The internet, although disrespect is disrespect and there's no time limit or expiration date on disrespect, bruh, a person can call me a bitch from Switzerland. Am I supposed to get on a plane and go find him? That's a rhetoric question. That was my answer to that. But now, he's taking some information that some people who are against me, and I can explain that to you, but I want to answer this question first, sent him that's not correct. I don't know if he knows it or not, and I don't care, but they took real paperwork, and what I mean by real paperwork is they took the cover sheet of a motion that was filed on my behalf by my lawyer, and then they put other words behind it. That is altered. That is not correct. I believe that he knew it was altered and he didn't care. I'm getting word that he said he didn't know it was, but I really don't care no more. So when you say love, hate, it ain't no love, hate, it ain't no relationship. I'm not playing with him. If I see him in person, I'm gonna confront him about it. And I used to know him, not used to, I knew him before the internet and we were okay. We can't be okay no more. You can't play with me. All I got in life is my reputation. I spent 17 years in prison for this bullshit that they playing with me about, and I don't find it funny.
Do you think that because you talked about how, reputation is everything, like you talked
In
about,
our world it is, maybe in another world it ain't, but for me it is.
do you think that there's a disconnect with somebody like you who's legitimately from that background versus somebody like say a Ant Glizzy who might not have.
And it's from that background too. Let me say this to you, bro. Aunt Mother, Barbara, I don't care what they say about her. All the gangsters and the killers from her era got love and respect for her. When people call me and ask me to leave Aunt or his little brother alone, they use Barbara's name. Ant really grew up in these projects that he talk about. He really hung in these joints. I met Ant when I was selling drugs in his projects, bro. Like I was banging in their projects out of my aunt's house. Statute of limitation up. Anybody who know, I don't care. I was hustling. That's how I met them dudes. Like I wasn't over there joking and playing, selling candy and books. I was jamming like everybody else was jamming at the time. And he was never jamming, I will say that. He was never hustling and getting no money. Not when I was getting no money. You know what I mean? But he, and from the street background, does he live by those rules? No. Does he accept those rules? No. That's where all bets are off with me. No matter what I become. I could become a big-time film producer. I could become a big-time author. I'm never violating those rules because my mama and my daddy instilled those rules in me.
Can you explain the term or the name gun and car?
Your questions are good. I had a feeling. All right, listen, this is what gun and car is. A lot of people don't know that. That's cool. All right. Remember I just explained to you about this fake paperwork? Ant did not create no fake paperwork against me. I will give him that. But there's a woman by the name of Astoria Gilmore who has a son by the name of Michael Gilmore. Astoria Gilmore says that Michael Gilmore, which is her son, is Wayne Perry's son. We got this together? Yep. I don't give a fuck about that. That could be so, that could not be so. But when she came out of prison, there were a lot of things on the internet about Wayne Perry that I had nothing to do with. There were a lot of things on the internet about Wayne Perry that I did have something to do with it. First and foremost, she don't know me to disrespect me. Wayne never told her to say nothing to me. She came at me as a woman, an out-of-control woman all over the internet, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, shit that I don't even use. And I was still in the streets at the time, so I didn't respond. I ain't in the streets at all now other than driving through the streets. So I chose to respond later. I discovered through some younger homies of mine from my neighborhood that her son was hanging with them, and one of my homies allegedly shot himself in the leg, all right? In the process of hitting himself in the leg, according to the story and according to the police report, he told her son, Lil Mike, to go put the gun up. You with me? Now, once a nigga tell you to go put a gun up, here, flunky, here, little nigga, go put the gun up, the gun is yours. The gun is no longer bruh's. Some type of way, he was driving his mama car, I believe it was an Altima. He encountered law enforcement while he had the gun, and the guy that was shot in the leg was on his way to the hospital. I don't have any paperwork that said he told the police that he did it, but now his mother has come out with some paperwork that says R1 said that S1, suspect one, the one who shot himself in the leg, had the property earlier in the day. This is just coming out, but my men told me this a year ago. So I created from that perspective, oh, if they locked cuz up for shooting himself in the leg and Shawty had the gun, Shawty had to tell there was a gun in the car, and gun in the car was born. Not gun in the car, that's the way they said. The term is gun in car. He is gun in car. Not that you said it, but now, because they never understood it, they keep saying gun in the car, because they saying he said there's a gun in the car. But his name is gun in car. That is why I call him gun in car. He told the police where the gun came from. He didn't go to jail. The other dude went to jail. The other dude got charged with the gun. I tell you, as a conscious mind person, you think for yourself. If the person that shot himself in the leg never got caught with the gun, how the fuck did he get the gun charge? Gun and car told him.